I be having emotions just like a lamb, man. You know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad. I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just wrote the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I tell her my vision. You younger, she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it a hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor is covering my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head
They
in the game.
screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking facts, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around and around. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money caller right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits.
No.
Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Now this, a very short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dak going to start out going to the air. Eluding the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Down to the 42, second down. The Cowboys are 12-2 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got it down to the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early?
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Here's Prescott. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, they'll run it here. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Wicked team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields. He is going to find Hill here. On the move past the 40. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Boy, think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down there on a pick up the 25. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To about the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Again, Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, it's Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 44, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Fields throwing again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing, Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. On the move to his left. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Rolling to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fields. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott now from the 50. That is caught by Lamb. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's taken down inside the 30.